Chapter 16. She Summons. Nirmala stares into the mirror by candlelight, her face pale and gaunt, shadows flickering across her features. Once full of happiness, now her life slips away like grains of sand. Deep lines etch her skin, but it's not age that burns her soul, it's Kintale, the monster who stole her family and left her broken. Her desperation festers like an open wound. One sleepless night, she hears a whisper, soft, seductive, promising salvation. It crawls into her ear as if shadows conspire with her hatred. Driven by despair, she secretly begins learning black magic, Tantra Vidya. She scours the internet, reading about spells, curses, rituals. At first, she dismisses them as foolish, but then she finds forbidden forums and grimoires filled with secrets. She orders dark books, hides them beneath her bed, and spends hours deciphering cryptic symbols and incantations. She learns to craft sigils, perform offerings, and invoke spirits. Her hunger for power grows darker with each lesson. One night, she ventures into the forest, clutching a black candle, sage, and her own blood. She draws a salt circle, lights the candle, and begins to chant guttural words. The air thickens, shadows move, and a cold presence presses against her. Who dares call me? A voice growls. I seek vengeance, Nirmala whispers, trembling. Teach me. The spirit warns her. Controlling Kintale is dangerous, the price steep. I'm ready to sacrifice everything, she hisses. Weeks of grotesque rituals follow effigies, potions, hexes. Her home a shrine to darkness. Her hands stained with blood, her walls scrolled with sigils. But her health declines, dark circles, pallid skin, fading appetite. Voices haunt her day and night, twisting her mind. She learns necromancy, summoning spirits from graveyards, binding them to her will. Some spirits are vengeful, clawing at her, others benign. Kintale, she whispers during a ritual. Show me how to kill him. The spirit snarls, warning her, controlling Kintale will cost her sanity. Take what you want, she demands. Nirmala has become something else, an vessel of darkness driven by hatred and desperation. Her reflection reveals a monster, her eyes hollow, her face marked by deeper lines. The whispers grow louder, threatening to consume her. But she cannot stop. Not until Kintale is destroyed, until her wrath is fulfilled. The darkness rose within her, hungry and relentless, demanding blood. And Nirmala is willing to give it. Chapter 17. Chaos Unleashed. Nirmala Kapoor has spent years planning a powerful ritual to bend the unseen realm to her will. Now, as she kneels in her dimly lit living room surrounded by grotesque items, a chicken heart, stolen hair, a gleaming dagger, her voice grows guttural and commanding. Rise. Obey. Show them my strength, she screams, her eyes glowing malevolently. Outside, chaos erupts at the central fountain. The water turns blood red and gushes violently. Doors slam shut, lights flicker, shadows move independently, and swings in the park sway as if pushed by invisible hands. Kabir whispers, Did you see that? The lights, they changed color. Tara, pale but determined, responds, She's doing something terrible. I can feel it. Shadows are everywhere. Inside Nirmala's house, the ritual peaks as she plunges the dagger into a chicken, blood spilling onto a sigil. A monstrous shadow rises, shifting endlessly. Tara's voice trembles. She's lost herself completely. Kabir asks, What do we do? Tara, sensing the chaos's source, says, We wait and watch. We have to stop her before it's too late. From her window, Nirmala smirks, feeding off the fear she's unleashed. Tara and Kabir know this isn't over. She's on the brink of unleashing true hell, and they may be the only ones who can stop her. Chapter 18. Johan. As the sun dips behind the Sahyadri hills, casting a golden glow over Matheran's dense forest, Johan arrives at the colonial era guest house, greeted by Arvind Deshmukh and Tara. Johan, a tall, lanky man in his mid-40s with tousled blonde hair and round spectacles, steps out of his jeep, backpack heavy with ghost hunting gadgets. Hello, Arvind. Ram told me so much about your college days. It looks as if I know you already. Thank you for welcoming me, Johan says enthusiastically, giving a hearty handshake. Tara giggles as Johan struggles to untangle his straps. Welcome, Johan. Ram is a dear friend, and a friend's friend is also a friend. Are you ready for Matheran's ghostly adventures? Arvind asks with a grin. Absolutely. I've heard tales of haunted train tracks and Charlotte Lake. I'm here to find the truth. Johan replies, eyes twinkling. Tara asks, what gadgets do you have? Do you really talk to ghosts? Johan kneels, showing her a blinking Dave. Ice. This is an EMF meter. It detects ghostly energy. And yes, I've had conversations with the other side. Tara's eyes widen. Cool. Can I help? Johan laughs. Let's see if you're brave enough first. That night, Johan settles into the creaky guest house, unpacking thermal cameras, motion sensors, and a ghost journal. Tara and her friend Kabir sneak in, whispering, let's check out his stuff. Johan pretends to jump, exclaiming, aha! Ghosts already, making them laugh. Over dinner, Johan shares stories of haunted castles and mysterious footsteps. Fear is just excitement in disguise, he says with a wink. The next day, Johan, Arvind, Tara, and Kabir visit the abandoned train tracks rumored to be haunted by a headless conductor. The air is cooler and the forest silent. Johan's EMF meter beeps wildly. Interesting. There's definitely energy here, he says, crouching. Suddenly, the meter spikes and a faint whistle echoes. Arvind nervously jokes, probably the wind or monkeys. Then, a distant train whistle sounds, though no trains have run here for decades. Tara grips Kabir's arm tighter. Johan grins. This is exactly what I came for. He sets up motion sensors and cameras. Later, they visit Charlotte Lake, haunted by a bride who drowned on her wedding day. The lake's surface reflects the airy trees. Johan tells her story. I'll set up overnight surveillance, he announces. Tara eagerly volunteers, but Arvind intervenes. You're not camping here, Johan. That night, Johan's equipment captures a faint white figure gliding across the water. When he reviews the footage, he shows Tara and Kabir. Look. The bride, he says. But zooming in reveals a white egret wading in the water. Kabir bursts out laughing. So much for ghosts. Johan admits sheepishly. Over the days, Johan's investigations uncover mysteries and false alarms. Tara and Kabir's initial fear turns into excitement. Johan becomes a beloved eccentric, leaving behind stories that will be told in Matheran for years to come. Chapter 19 Lunch. Welcome to the Deshmukh family lunch, a warm Maharashtrian feast in Matheran. Banana leaves are laid out with steaming rice, spicy amti, and sweet Puran polis, filling the air with delicious aromas. Johan, the UK ghost hunter, sits comfortably, curious and amused, as Arvind explains, this is how we celebrate Sundays: simple food, family, stories. Durga brings in fresh koshambir and patal bhaji, joking, Johan, get ready, Maharashtrian food is serious business. Tara whispers to Kabir, let's see how Johan handles the spice. Aji, smiling from her corner, teases, hope he doesn't see ghosts in the bhakris. Johan marvels at the feast, picking up a puran poli and exclaiming, delicious. I might need a ghost hunting break just to focus on eating. Durga encourages him, eat up, Johan, more is coming. As everyone enjoys the meal, Johan asks, have any of you experienced anything otherworldly? Durga laughs, in this house? The only spirits are in our rampi. Tara nudges Kabir, asks Aji about the well. Aji, with a dramatic whisper, recounts her childhood story of a cursed well and seeing hollow-eyed reflections. Johan listens, fascinated. What did you do? He asks. Aji replies, I ran home and never looked back. Skeptical Kabir says, probably just imagination. Aji warns, avoid wells at night, or you might see more than you bargained for. Arvind shares legends of the Lady of the Lantern, guiding lost travelers with her flickering light. Johan is intrigued, a benevolent spirit. Have you seen her? Arvind nods. Some claim to have, but no one knows where she disappears. Tara asks eagerly, will we see her someday? Arvind advises caution, stick to marked paths. Durga offers more Puran police and tells her own spooky story of hearing her name whispered in the kitchen, only to find a floating latle. Johan comments classic poltergeist activity. Aji dismisses, or maybe she was just tired. The family shares stories, laughter, and the warmth of togetherness, making this lunch a memorable celebration of tradition and tales. As the family chats, a loud thud echoes from Shubham's room. Everyone freezes. Johan quickly says, stay here. I'll check it out. Tara and Kabir exchange a look and follow him. We are coming too. Arvind warns, but they go inside. Shubham is asleep under a blanket, looking unwell. A toy car lies on the floor, moved from earlier. Johan pulls out his EMF meter, which begins to beep faintly. There's definitely some energy here, he whispers. Do you hear that? Tara and Kabir listen closely. First, silence, then a soft, distant laugh. Johan's face turns serious. That's unexpected. Back at the table, Durga brings out modaks for dessert. Johan, trying to lighten the mood, shares a funny story about a haunted Scottish castle. Aji laughs. Next time, take these modaks with you, Johan. Even ghosts can't resist. As everyone laughs, Johan glances around. Your home is lovely, Arvind. Full of life, and maybe a little mystery. The family relaxes as Aji finishes her Puran Poli. Johan leans back, grinning at Tara and Kabir. So, adventurers, have you seen anything strange around here? Living so close to the forest, it must have secrets. Tara's spoon pauses. Actually, she looks at her father. Arvind frowns. What is it, Tara? Durga looks worried. What did you do now? Tara waves her hands. No, I didn't do anything. But I saw something strange last week. Johan leans forward. Strange? Tell me more. Don't leave me hanging, Tara whispers excitedly. All eyes are on her. Kabir already knows what she's about to say. I saw Mrs. Kapoor in the jungle, alone, doing something weird, Tara says dramatically. Aji looks unimpressed. Weird? That woman is weird even in daylight. Durga frowns. Ma. Tara defends herself. I was just looking for fireflies with Kabir. I didn't go far. Arvind looks stern but glances at Johan. This sounds odd. Mrs. Kapoor lives next door. She's harmless, just a bit odd. Aji scoffs. Odd? She walks around with an umbrella in the sun and talks to her plants. Who knows what else she does? Johan strokes his chin thoughtfully. Rituals like Tara described can be harmless, offerings or prayers. But involving black cats and midnight fires? That's often darker. Kabir smirks. You mean witchcraft? Johan shrugs. It's possible. I've seen similar things, people trying to summon spirits or cast spells. Tara gasps. You think Mrs. Kapoor is summoning spirits? Johan tries to calm everyone. Let's not jump to conclusions. But she might believe in something. It's worth checking. Arvind sighs. No more ghost hunting, Johan. Keep the peace here. Durga adds, and Tara, no more sneaking out at night. Tell us next time. Aji suddenly speaks up. I knew she was strange. Remember last month? She refused to let the maid sweep outside because it disturbs the people. Tara gasps. Mr. Gokhale told me stories about her family. Everyone looks surprised and sympathetic. Johan grins. If Mrs. Kapoor is up to something supernatural, we'll need proof. Tara's eyes light up. Can we investigate? Please? We can hide and watch her next time. I want to help her break this cycle of suffering. Arvind raises his hands. Absolutely not. No more snaking into the forest. Johan winks at Tara. Let's be careful, but maybe asking questions is better than hiding in bushes. Tara nods eagerly. Deal. Kabir mutters, this will end badly. Johan, excited, jots notes in his journal titled Matheran Mysteries. Aji mutters about Mrs. Kapoor. Durga shakes her head. Arvind sighs. You've caused chaos, Johan. Johan grins. Thrilled, my friend. Tara whispers to Kabir, we'll find out everything about Mrs. Kapoor. It's so spooky, right? Kabir groans, already regretting his choice to be friends with her. Outside, sunlight floods the balcony, but Tara looks toward the forest, wondering if Mrs. Kapoor is waiting for nightfall. Chapter B's Revelations. The Sunday lunch has turned into a relaxed afternoon at the Deshmukhs. Everyone lounges around the large table, sipping Sol Kadhi and nibbling leftover Puran Poli. Johan scribbles notes in his worn journal, excited about Tara's revelation of Mrs. Kapoor's mysterious ritual. Tara, Kabir, and the family debate whether Mrs. Kapoor might be involved in something paranormal. Suddenly, Aji clears her throat loudly, silencing everyone. Her sharp eyes scan the room, a deep, knowing look in them. Enough about other people's mysteries, she says firmly. It's time you all learned about your own family. The room falls silent. Tara and Kabir exchange wide-eyed glances. Johan leans forward eagerly. Aji sits upright, adjusting her cotton sari over her shoulder. She seems to travel back in time, her gaze distant. You think spirits and energies are nonsense, she begins. But in our family, it's nothing new. Your ancestors could sense energies, communicate with spirits, and guide restless souls to peace. Durga frowns. Ma, what are you talking about? We've never heard this. Aji smiles wryly. Because no one asked. Times changed, beliefs faded, but it's in our blood. Your great great grandfather, Bhaskar Rao Deshmukh, was a respected Dev Khotis, spirit whisperers, in our village, Bhagwadi near Kolhapur. Bhaskar Rao was wise and strong, Aji continues. He sensed energies, places where crops withered, homes felt cold, children fell sick, things others couldn't see. Tara asks, what do you mean by energies, Aji? Aji looks at her fondly. Some places hold good energy, like temples. Others hold bad energy, sites of unfulfilled debts or suffering. Your ancestors could detect these. They knew how to listen. Johan, fascinated, asks, did they really communicate with spirits? How? Bhaskar Rao had a ritual, Aji explains. At sunset, he'd light an oil lamp, sit in a rice flour circle, and call out to the spirits. He'd ask what they wanted, unfinished tasks, disputes, cries for help. Spirits often brought messages for loved ones. People didn't fear spirits back then, she adds. They respected them. When homes were haunted, Bhaskar Rao performed rituals to cleanse them. When spirits were angry, he appeased them. When lost, he guided them to the light. Skeptical but intrigued, Kabir asks, how did he convince the villagers? Weren't they scared? Aji smiles proudly. He didn't need to convince. Word spread of his success. Once, Sumitra Bai disappeared near the old banyan tree. The villagers searched but found nothing. They turned to Bhaskar Rao. He sat under the tree, called to the spirit, and the spirit showed him where her body was hidden under the roots. The next day, they found her exactly there. A horse falls over the table. Johann scribbles frantically. What happened to this legacy? Why did it stop? Aji's voice softens with sadness. With Bhaskar Rao's death, the gift passed to his son, Anant Rao. But he feared spirits and the responsibility. People stopped seeking help. The new generation stopped believing. As times changed, Bhagwadi fell silent. Tara leans forward. But what about us, Aji? Do we still have this gift? Aji looks at her thoughtfully. Gifts can skip generations or lie dormant. Tara, you're young, you might not see it now, but perhaps you inherited something. Maybe the spirits trust you already. Tara is stunned. Kabir mutters, spirit whisperer. Great. Arvind finally speaks. Ma, this is fascinating, but we live in modern times. Not many believe in spirits anymore. Johan nods. Energy, good or bad, doesn't vanish because we stop believing. Places hold memories, connections. Sometimes those need acknowledgement. Aji locks eyes with Tara. Remember, if you feel something strange, don't be afraid. Your ancestors weren't. Respect the unseen, and it will respect you. The conversation ends, but the air feels charged. Johan notes Bhaskar Rao Deshmukh. I must research this family. A legacy of spirit whisperers is no small thing. Tara asks, Aji, can you teach me those rituals someday? Aji gives a long, knowing look. If the time comes, I will. Your instincts will guide you. Inside, Aji sits quietly, staring at an old photograph of Bhaskar Rao. Some legacies never die, they wait to be awakened. And perhaps, in Tara, they already have.